Howdy to all my fellow cooks out there. This is Heather with K Tom Restaurant Supply, and this week we're going to be making cannolis, but not just any kind of cannoli.
You're good at looking, but you don't know it's cooking till you mambo Italiano, mambo Italiano, you mixed up Siciliana, it's so delicious.
What inspired me this week to make cannolis was an old memory of mine. Back when I lived in Louisville, Kentucky, I used to go to the Sullivan University bakery all the time. If you have ever been there, their cannolis are the bomb. They are so good, so sweet, but not too sweet. Rich, delicious. If you've never had a cannoli before, then you're doing something wrong. You need to try a cannoli. They're just delicious. They're like ridiculously delicious. Better try this out. Let's get started. We're gonna start out here with some mini muffin cups. They're cute and yeah, they work really well. We have plenty of them on ktom.com. And we also have some new silicone molds from Paderno World Cuisine that look just amazing. So keep that in mind. I'm just going to brush this down with some melted butter with my ISI basting brush. I'm just going to put a little bit of butter in each one of those. You don't have to overdo it, just enough. And butter up. La, la, la. I love this brush because it works great for barbecue. It works perfectly for pastries. I used the same one when I made my baklava, and I don't know what I would have done without it. Butter one of these, and I'm going to show you guys. I have some just pastry dough, puff pastry dough, rolled out here, and yeah, I'm just going to cut it into squares to fit in our little muffin pans. I'm going to say about 2 inches by 2 inches for these, and they're just going to be little squares. You can cut them easily with a pizza cutter. Not just for pizza, also very, very good for cutting dough. Now you can see I've already got our little cups filled, except for one. Got a little piece of the dough here. And you see I'm just going to place it over and just using my hands, my clean hands, press it in there and create a little cup there. Isn't it cute? Aww. There we go. And our next part, we're just going to butter these guys up very lightly. Once again, especially on those edges, you guys. Edges are the most important. And remember to work quickly with this dough when you're making all of the little cups and such. The dough tends to start to get sticky once it's warmer and a little bit harder to work with, understandably. So, I love how this ISI basting brush works, just because it has these oval bristles instead of round ones, if you can see, and they kind of hold the butter better than our round one. I don't know what it is about their oval shape that does it, but they really do hold stuff better. I finished buttering them up. And the last thing we do before we pop them into an oven, preheated to 375 degrees, by the way, last thing we do is we're going to use a fork, simple fork, to poke the bottom of these. Just poke them. That way the bottoms aren't going to puff up a whole bunch on us if everything goes right. Just a few little holes. Alright, and we're going to pop these into the oven at 375 degrees, like I said, for 10 minutes. I'm going to do the other sheet of puff pastry dough that I have waiting, and get them ready too. I popped these babies out of the oven, and I noticed very quickly that they were puffed up anyway, even though I stabbed them. It's like, oh, come on. That was easily fixed, though, to make them into regular old cups. I took just a half a teaspoon and I flattened them out in there. So they'll still be puffy and nice on the side, and hollow on the inside for our filling. Just one of those things you run into. It's the first time I'm making these, so yeah, just set it in there and you got a nice little hole, and it'll still be fine. We're problem solving here today. I'm just gonna set these to the side to cool, and then I'll start showing you what we're gonna do with our filling. Now the filling part of our cannoli cups is going to be pretty darn easy. I've got 2 pounds of whole milk ricotta cheese here, and it's going to be yummy, really creamy and stuff for our filling. And you'll notice here I have a 1.5 cups of powdered sugar. Now you may be saying, I thought you were doing nothing but agave and other white refined sugar substitutes, but I've not been able to figure out a good recipe for a cannoli with agave yet, or any of that. So I'm using powdered sugar, and I'm just going to add this to our bowl of ricotta. And I'm going to add about a tablespoon of vanilla. There we go. Just going to mix this up together. Got the filling all stirred together, you guys. Last thing I'm going to add to this mix is going to be 1/4 cup of just semi-sweet chocolate chips, and I've chopped them up so that they're nice and a bit finer. There we go, and we're just going to fold that on in there. There we go. I'm going to finish folding this in, and after that we have to let it chill for at least 30 minutes to an hour. So I'll finish folding that in, and we will, I guess, then wait.
The fundamental things apply as time goes by.
Now I've taken our delicious chilled filling here, and I'm going to use a awesome pastry bag with a tip here, just a plain old round tip. You can get many of these at K-Tom Restaurant Supply, several different types of pastry bags and sizes, so we've got you covered. Now I'm going to come over here to our pastry, and I am just going to fill it up all nice to the tippy top there. Go. We're getting down here to the finishing touches, you guys. I sprinkled a little bit of cocoa powder over our filling and shells here, just for added looks. And now I'm just going to take some chopped pistachio and place it over top on our filling. You've seen them dipped in pistachios before, right? Unless you've never had a cannoli, then probably not. I'm simply just going to garnish them this way. And then, once we're done with this, it's pretty much just put them in the fridge and then get them ready for eating, I guess. Whenever you're ready to eat them. I'm ready to eat them right now, honestly, but yeah, just a second, I'm going to chomp into one. Been craving these things so bad, you have no idea. I'm a cannoli nut. Alright, here, almost done with our pistachio sprinkling. Now I'm going to grab one of these babies and try him out. Alright, got our little cannoli puff pastry cup here. Oh my god, it's going to be so good. Just bite into this real quick. It is good. Got the sweetness from the chocolate and the filling. And a little bit of saltiness from those pistachio nuts. Oh man. Good stuff.
Living for you is easy living, it's easy to live. When you're in love, and I'm so in love, there's nothing in life but you.